Welcome back to another Friday coffee break video. Woo! This week I've been doing a lot of reading and catching up on a few things, and I read a quote by a motivational speaker by the name of David Allen. I think he may have written the book Get Stuff Done, something like that. Anyway, the quote was, "Your brain is for creating ideas, not for holding them." And I had to think about that for a little while because as a motivational speaker, I think that sounds really neat. But as an educator, I think it's a little flawed. Because obviously, in order to create ideas and to build on ideas, we have to have something stored somewhere on which to build. Which is why, as children, we learn the multiplication tables, we learn spelling, we learn the 200 sight words, we learn, basic kinds of grammar, we learn where to put conjunctions and commas and semicolons, and we learn different things about what a simple sentence is and a complex sentence and a compound or a compound complex sentence. Somewhere in our brain, we have to hold all of that information. Now, they also say that every 7 years, your body discards every single cell in your body. And so every 7 years, it has regenerated an entire new person. You don't have any cells left that were there 7 years ago, including the cells in your brain. And yet still, all those synapses fire and all those things are still stored. We wonder why am I the same person? Why haven't I changed any? Because I'm not who I was 7 years ago. But I do think also there is a part of that quote that I do agree with, especially as we get older in education. Speaking primarily of high school and college, the things that we have committed to memory are there. They're in our long-term memory. But now we need to be creating things with our brain. And so in our classrooms, it's one of the reasons why I think the team rubric and the IPG walkthrough model, all those things, they emphasize problem solving among kids because they have to generate these ideas. It emphasizes the peer-to-peer discussions, small group discussions, going back and pulling things from the text to defend your opinion about something. All of those things are creating ideas. And so I would like for us to just think for a moment in the kinds of ways that we assess our students. Are we stuck in digging out what they've stored in their brain? Or have we moved on to allowing them to create ideas that maybe even we didn't think about until they answered the question we presented? Somewhere along that spectrum, somewhere along that timeline of things that are set in stone that are in our brain forever to generating these new ideas like an AI model in our own brain, somewhere along that spectrum is where our high school classes are supposed to be, regardless of what subject we teach. So as you're giving assessments, as you're giving your quizzes in your class, as you're asking students questions in your class, think about where am I on this spectrum and how much am I pushing my kids over here toward creating ideas? Because that's where the brain is going to serve the biggest function. Hope you all have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.